So you know Power BI? What next? In this video, let's understand some of the other data technologies that you should master if you want to diversify your data skills and be eligible for that next job opportunity. Companies like McDonald's and Apple use a technique called value chain analysis to improve their value. You might think, how is this related to Power BI? I'm coming to that. So what value chain analysis refers to is we study the entire value chain and then see opportunities where we can improve the value. For example, if you take the case of McDonald's, they make potato chips. So what McDonald's does is they go and buy the potato farms and grow their own potatoes. That way, the upstream activity of creating a potato chip, that is growing potatoes, is now owned by McDonald's, so they can get more value out of that transaction. Likewise, the downstream activity, right after they create the chip, they have to sell it to you. So this is where again McDonald's goes and owns the property or the real estate of their store, so that they can get more value out of that transaction. So we can apply the same idea for improving our value as a Power BI person. We can look at what are the upstream systems and technologies and concepts that can improve our value. Likewise, what are the downstream things that can improve our value. Let's take a closer look at this. So for example, imagine Power BI is at the center of your work. Now we could think about what are the upstream activities, what are the downstream activities, and then use that to diversify our data skills. So for example, for Power BI, the upstream activities are how things come into Power BI. So this is where you will have your data sources, pipelines, cloud infrastructure, and maybe even some code. Of course, there's going to be overlap between these things, but these are in general some of the things that flow into Power BI. So when you're talking about diversifying the data skills, these are the things that I would address. For example, I will learn how to use SQL, which will help me connect to various data sources and manage my work better. Likewise, I will understand how some of the data engineering concepts work, because all of that would feed into my Power BI reports and workbooks. Many times companies also use code to generate what is required for Power BI or any other business intelligence systems. So learning how to code could be a valuable upstream skill that helps you do more and deliver more value at Power BI level. And here, for example, learning something like Python could be an extremely valuable skill to have. Likewise, in the cloud space, there are many providers, but Power BI being a Microsoft platform, I would start off with Azure and then maybe learn how AWS or Amazon Cloud works, and even GCP, as well as some of the other providers like Snowflake. So this is one level of upstream work. There's also other things that happen that impact the work that you do inside Power BI. For example, understanding the business domain, I'm just going to call this as BD, is a great way to enhance your skills as well as add value to your profile. So understand what your business is, what is important for your users, what is the important thing to measure, what kind of KPIs work in your business, because all of that will impact your work and how you're delivering things inside Power BI. Another thing that also helps you add value to your Power BI skills is user interactions. Because many times what we are building Power BI is dependent on what our users are asking for and what they need. Building that interaction skills with your users, asking right questions, doing requirement and design analysis is a really valuable skill to have. And this is something that happens upstream. Once this is done, then only you get to do stuff inside Power BI. So again, focusing on users and learning how they operate, what kind of business drivers or business domain information that is guiding all of their decisions is a valuable thing to have. Much closer to Power BI, another upstream thing that happens here is the data modeling or semantic modeling aspect. While we can argue that this data modeling and a large extent of data source stuff happens inside Power BI, many times in a large organization, when you are building lots of Power BI reports, this step itself is isolated and done in separation and fed into Power BI. So focusing more on this, understanding how various relationships work, all the other stuff like creating measures, working with complicated tables and relationships, all of that is helpful skill to build and a deep dive on. So if I am learning Power BI and if I have already saturated my knowledge here, these are the things that I would double click into. For example, I would learn a little bit more about my data sources and learn a little bit more about data modeling and DAX concepts, because those will directly impact how much value and how much work I can deliver inside Power BI. Another aspect that is directly related to how you are doing your Power BI work but happens upstream is the user interface design. So this is user interfacing in the sense of talking to the users, whereas this is user experience or the actual report design and mockup. These are the kind of things that happen before you actually do anything inside Power BI. So learning these things as well as expanding your knowledge into that will directly improve your value as well as how you are able to do stuff inside Power BI. So here, these are the some of the things that you can focus on: how to build mockups, how to use design tools like Adobe Express, Canva, or Figma. So those are the upstream skills. Now, what about the downstream things? Once you build your Power BI report, where is it going and what are the things that happen there? And that is where, again, you can capture a lot of value and build your skills. So the key downstream thing that happens immediately after you finish your work in Power BI happens in the service layer. So this is where you're talking about how to distribute the Power BI report, who gets to see what you produced, and sharing it, and as well as collaboration and all of that. All of this happens through the powerbi.com website, but we loosely call this as service. So learning how this service works and going deep down into that is a valuable skill to have. This is because just as Power BI is complicated, the service itself has many complications, many screens, many different options, and it is constantly evolving. So learn how the Power BI service works, and this immediately improves your value in the organization as well as your overall skill level. Another aspect, and this is something that is gaining more and more popularity now, is the AI aspect. While we can argue that AI is all over the space, not just downstream, many times AI acts as an extra layer on top of your Power BI analysis or data models or data sources and helps you get more out of it. So learn how to use various AI components that are both embedded in Power BI as well as outside. For example, I would focus more on how to use the Copilot technology that is now deeply integrated into Power BI for my measure creation, my data sources, my pipelines, everything, as well as my insight from the report. We could use options like smart narratives, AI visuals, and many other options that are now part of Power BI and get more value out of Power BI. And this is how not only your reports are becoming valuable, but you are also able to get more value to yourself. One more thing that happens after you finish work in Power BI is insights and communication. So this is where you will usually have a Power BI report and then you talk to the end users, explain what the report is saying and drive the business action. So this is where having skills like forecasting, modeling, even a little bit of AI, all of these are valuable skills to have, as well as presentation skills and building some persuasion skills as well. This is because in many business settings, it's not enough if you're able to build a cool looking report, but you should be able to convince people what the report is saying and drive the business action. Another downstream activity that happens is mobile consumption. These days, a lot of business users are referring to the data and insights on their smartphones and devices. So figuring out how to communicate on a smaller screen like a mobile is a very helpful skill to have, and that can also add more value to you. One final component of the downstream puzzle is the row level security. Although this happens downstream, it is actually much more deeply integrated into upstream activities as well. But understanding how to implement row level security as well as privacy and locking of your data so that whoever needs to see the data are the only ones who are seeing it and nobody else. So build these skills, and that will also automatically add more value to your Power BI. Now, apart from upstream and downstream skills, you can also have what I call as side stream skills. These are skills that are similar space as Power BI, but also used in many organizations. A classic example is Excel. Excel is one of the most popular technologies for analyzing data and doing lots of work. So learn how to use Excel better, because this automatically puts you in a better light than just knowing Power BI. Also, contemporaries to Power BI like Tableau or SAS or Click or anything else that is used in your organization, these are basically the side level skills that you should learn. Many times all of these also use the above ones and below ones. So learning these means you are automatically becoming a much widely known person, and more people will reach out to you for work and suggestions and advice and all of that. So learning these skills is automatically going to improve your value. So there you go. This is how I would diversify my skills once I am competent in Power BI. Please refer to my channel for many videos on all of these concepts, as well as other channels on YouTube. I wish you all the best in your learning journey, and I hope to catch you somewhere else. Bye.